Previously on 24/7. In New York, New York, the city's hockey club is off to a fast start. Though Rangers coach John Tortorella has no intentions of letting his team get complacent.
Are you gonna stop on a fucking puck tonight? Are you gonna stop on one tonight?
Meanwhile, 90 miles south, Coach Peter Laviolette's Philadelphia Flyers are also riding high, thanks in part to some key off-season acquisitions. None more celebrated or quirky than goalie Ilya Bryzgalov.
Solar system is so humongous big, right? And we have some problems here on the Earth we worry about.
But the Flyers haven't been able to ignore an injury problem, one that includes team captain Chris Pronger.
When you have the ability to play, it's never fun watching, and it's never easy. It's tough.
Last week, the Rangers headed north to Buffalo for a brief road trip, with a group of teammates enjoying a dinner out together.
Gabby, what is that, your sixth beer? We got a game tomorrow.
And then playing a game of chance when the bill came.
Thanks for dinner, losers.
And as the Flyers stayed hot and extended a December win streak, a critical loss came in the form of a concussion to league scoring leader Claude Giroux, leaving the team facing an uncertain future without their best player.
Injuries are, they're tough. Obviously, Claude is having such a terrific year, such an important piece for us. But with that comes opportunity.
New York City offers an ideal home for a pro athlete interested in more than just plying his primary trade. And with the Rangers in town for a few days early last week, goaltender Henrik Lundqvist found time to head a few blocks south of Madison Square Garden with a different kind of stick in hand for a different kind of practice.
I try on days off and in between games not to think about hockey, and that's why New York City is such a great place. Probably a big reason why I love playing in New York, because you can get away from the game and live a pretty normal life.
I'm ready. Yeah, I'm ready. Okay, it's two of you alone.
Of course, normal means different things to different people. Lundqvist's sense of the experience, it seems, is jamming with tennis legend John McEnroe, who's been practicing alongside the goalie for a benefit concert they're playing together in February.
For me, it all starts with winning. If we're doing well and win games, I can enjoy the city. If we're losing, I'm just miserable at home, and it's really hard to appreciate what you have around you when you're not doing well.
And then you do base, 2, and then we do 4 full. Yeah, all right.
He's almost as good as he is at tennis.
By the way, you never see me play tennis, so.
New York is a place where people, they work hard and they want to reach their goals. It doesn't matter what you do. That's why I think a lot of times expect a lot from their sports teams.
Okay, we're getting there. We're ready.
Morning on the West Side reveals another budding rock star associated with the Rangers. Year and a half old Landon Girardi, son of defenseman Dan Girardi, who's taken to both the guitar and the family business quite naturally.
Oh, nice one. Maybe 3-4 months ago, we just started kind of making the motion and just kind of showed him how to do it. He can take one time, which is putting me to shame right now. He's not doing it. Oh, we just missed it. Oh, look like Daddy out there missing the net. There we go. We play this every day. Every morning, he points to my stick in the corner, and we just go after it. Oh, high hole. What do you think about some breakfast? Daddy's getting awfully hungry, too.
It can take several tries to tear away any young stick handler from the game. But breakfast today is not just for refueling. It's the last time father will see son before leaving on a 4-night road trip.
He really misses him when he first leaves. Sometimes we get a few tears when Dan's walking out the door, tries to follow him down the hallway. For this road trip, it'll be like 4 or 5 days.
Hey, Landon, I'm excited for you to come on the road with me for the Winter Classic, eh?
No.
Yeah, you're coming to the game. It's beautiful Philadelphia you're coming to. City of brotherly love. You have no idea what I'm saying, do you?
6 years in the NHL can teach a player a few tricks about packing lightly and timing an exit perfectly. Girardi leaves just enough time for a final goodbye before heading to the airport.
Your daddy kiss.
Mwah.
Good job.
Thank you very much.
Bye. All gone.
It's late last Tuesday night in Washington, D.C., not long after the end of the Flyers-Capitals game in the Verizon Center. About 36 hours have passed since the Flyers learned their all-star center, Claude Giroux, would be out indefinitely as he recovers from a concussion, adding to the loss of the team's captain, Chris Pronger. But before the game, Phillies general manager Paul Holmgren made clear he wasn't expecting his club to let any self-pity impact their play.
We can't sit around and feel sorry for ourselves because nobody's going to feel sorry for us. We just need to pick up our socks. We believe we've got enough depth, and you know what? I'm looking forward to the opportunity for some of the young guys that are going to get put in a spot where perhaps they get a little more ice time and see what they can do.
It's a sentiment that coach Peter Laviolette echoed just prior to tonight's face-off in the visitors' locker room.
G comes out of the lineup now. Danny B, Hartsey, Max, Reeder, Coots, Jake, everybody got to dig in here. This is what the team's all about. Make sure we get this done here tonight, right? There's something good going here, but fucking every night you got to fight for it. Tonight's another example. There are no excuses. We go out there, we give everything we got, we battle for it, and we keep things moving in the right direction. Let's make sure we're ready to go.
3.5 hours after that speech, the team bus approaches Washington's Reagan National Airport, the night on the ice still careening through their minds.
As soon as you are able, woman, I am willing to make the break that we are on the brink of.
Scott Hartnell has just scored 6 goals in 6 games.
My love is feeling, waiting here for you to take and drink.
Tipped and cut by Wayne Simmons, I think.
So if you're tired of the same old story, oh, turn some pages.
Here's to Talbot, the shot! Yes! Talbot beats Falcone.
To roll with the changes, yeah, yeah. I knew it had to happen.
Philadelphia comes into Washington, where they haven't won since February of '09, and they beat the Caps handily, 5-1.
The thrashing of the Capitals was the Flyers' 6th win in a row, and an initial slice of evidence that this latest setback is surmountable.
So if you're tired of the same old story, oh, turn some pages. I'll be here when you are ready to roll with the changes.
When you're a team and you play a team sport, you got to rely on all the parts and all the pieces, and see the contributions that everybody gave tonight, from players moving up in the lineup, players coming in, young players, veteran players. It was a big win for us. I talked to G once today and texted him after the game just to let him know we missed him out there, and such an important part of our team right now. He's such a young talent.
The Flyers plane lands across the border in Montreal at 1 a.m. Wednesday morning. Practice is scheduled for the afternoon. And then Thursday night, a date with the Canadiens will offer another opportunity to keep the roll going. Late Wednesday morning, the Rangers congregate at Westchester Airport, set to take off on a 2-game road trip westward. John Tortorella has scheduled a practice at the Scott Trade Center directly after the plane's arrival. An unusual choice that makes equipment manager Acacio Mark's job all that harder.
Brucey, hit stop. Cut it. Cut it.
We just unloaded the gear from the plane, and we sorted out all the bags. We're going to go over to the game rink, and the players are going to practice right out of their bags. So we pre-sorted everything so they can just grab their bags, get dressed, have a practice, and get over to the hotel. Usually we come in and we have a couple hours to set up the locker room, so it's going to be a little bit of a disaster.
When the truck arrives at the arena, it's all hands on deck for the unload, with the clock ticking as they race to get the equipment in place before the players' bus arrives. On this day, a snarl is averted, and practice starts on time, with the team looking to return to the business of winning hockey games here against the Blues, following a poor performance at home Tuesday night.
Heavy leg from the plane, man. Oh my God. Get them going here. Get the legs going here, boys.
You know, we expect to have a little better effort than we did against Dallas the other night, and St. Louis is kind of the same type of team, and we got to be ready for that.
The players know the team's losses this season have had a familiar theme: a failure to put together a full hour of solid hockey.
Just being more consistent throughout a game, putting together that 60 minutes. I think that's been a challenge for us throughout this year, is not taking a period off and letting teams back into it and handling momentum swings. And once we start doing that consistently, I think our team will be a really tough team to beat.
A theme that Tortorella focuses on in his film session afterwards.
Good job by Del Z as far as keeping wide, using his stick. We've got to start winning more of these battles here. And we did some good things last night. Again, this isn't a tape we're full of a bunch of mistakes, because we played well defensively. Michael, I tell you, listen, I thought you were our best defenseman, offensively and defensively last night. Stralzy, get the hell out of there. Get back. Don't crawl up his ass. Get back there for a bump back. It should be sickening to see a guy like that do that. That's why fucking Emmy signed here, because of how hard he plays. He's ugly as hell most of the time, as far as when he plays. But because of that, that's why he's here. All right, can I have the lights? We cannot let points like that get away from us. Now we move by it. We look at our tape, we move by it, but we're not having another one of those tomorrow. We have to initiate how this game is going to be played tomorrow. Okay, it's 3:30. What time you want to leave? Some guys have to shower. What time you want to leave? Kelly? 4 o'clock, we're out of here.
In Montreal, the Flyers get as much sleep as they can early Wednesday, before heading to the Bell Center for practice. The adrenaline of their latest win on the ice sustaining them as the road trip continues.
Well, it's awesome. It's fun when you're winning hockey games. 6 in a row for us. A lot of it on the road, and obviously with Claude out, we're still missing Pronger. So guys are stepping up and getting 2 points in the standings, and we're still at the top.
Among the most significant Flyers stepping up, the team's 7 rookies, who've quickly earned the respect of veterans like alternate captain Danny Briere.
More than anybody expected, they play a major role, and it's funny because we have a lot of them too, and sometimes it could be overwhelming for rookies when you start in the NHL. But I mean, the best example is Sean Couturier, who's 18 years old now. Looks like he's a Grizzly veteran already, the way he plays. I know at his age I was far from being that ready to play and compete in the NHL.
By 1 o'clock, the Flyers, young and old alike, are on the ice.
Here we go. Oh!
Yeah, congrats. Thank you. That's 200 more than me.
You didn't get one?
12 games, 12 points.
Sauce.
Yes, Denver! You're fucking big, fast, strong, and you gotta just get your mindset doing that all the time. We out? We're done?
Yeah, we're done.
Back at the hotel in the evening, rookie roommates Zach Ronaldo and Harry Zolnarchuk take a few quiet moments to reflect on rookie life with the Flyers.
It helps to have that many guys that are kind of in the same position and just a big group.
When you have a good game and you get like 3 or 4 consecutive like really good games, you kind of like your confidence builds up and you're like, okay, you know, I think I'll be sticking here for a while. But then when you have a bad game, it's like, oh, yeah, I might get sent down. So it's like a roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, you go in each morning, you hope that bag's not packed in front of your stall, shipping you back to the minors. But
of all the highlights of being on the big club, one offers a certain nostalgic thrill, playing alongside the legendary Jaromir Jagr.
You grew up watching that guy, the highlight reels of him and Mario, and now you get a chance to be on the ice with him every day after practice. So I mean, whenever
he was on Sega Genesis, Sega Genesis, I used to play the game religiously, and I never used to be Yogs because I didn't like that type of player, but I used to play against Yogs in that Sega. That was Eric Lindros.
The next afternoon, the Flyers reconvene in the hotel's banquet room for a pregame meal. A gathering that proceeds sleepily until overnight television sensation Ilya Bryzgalov makes his entrance.
Hey, buon appetito, guys.
Hey, universe. Hey, one thing I learned, I'll never kill a tiger. In Russia, I'll never kill a tiger. Oh. Bruce, what are you supposed to do with it? Bruce, hey, you own me. What are you doing? No, fuck, I can't eat alone. I'm just eating the tiger.
Where's the universe is big? We're just actually
Did you watch the episode last night?
No. There's no HBO in my room. What about yours?
We had HBO.
Yeah? Like?
You were ahead, eh?
What?
#1 star?
I don't know.
That's what the word is.
I hope so.
Your lesson on the galaxy was
epic.
Bryzgalov's been given the night off, but leaves his company with one more thought to take with them on the ice.
You have imagination, right?
Yeah.
You know the breed husky?
The husky? Yeah, or a dog?
Yeah, Siberian husky.
That's what you have?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's all white.
Yeah.
Beautiful blue eyes.
Blue eyes.
That's basically blondie girl with the blue eyes. Your dream, man.
So you're comparing women to your huskies?
My husky, basically, she's a hot girl, man.
Amazing.
In St. Louis, the Rangers begin their Thursday with a morning skate at Scott Trade Center. An opportunity for the players in the lineup to loosen up for the game tonight, and others stuck on the sidelines to get some work in as well. Like Mark Stahl, who last February sustained a concussion on a hit from an unlikely foe, his brother Eric of the Carolina Hurricanes.
Brother against brother.
The biggest thing for me was after hard skates, the way I would feel the rest of the day. The groggy feeling, the headaches, waking up not feeling well was a big sign for me that something wasn't right. And over the last little while, it's been a lot better.
Cheeks. You want one-timer?
The yellow jersey he wears in practice means he's not cleared for any contact. But Stahl is hopeful that the color will change sooner than later, leading to his return to action.
We miss him, yes, but we can't now. We just have to figure it out and find our way without him. I just want a yes or no from our trainer when he can play. And I'm not sure if that'll come this year, so we just go about our business and play.
Brian, wake up. Shut up. Look, Waddle. We gotta go score some goals.
4 hours later, in their darkened hotel room, Brandon Prust and Brian Boyle arise from their customary mid-afternoon nap.
I don't have any clothes on right now.
You don't want to film that.
We're about
Nap, what, like 2 to 3:45 usually?
Yeah, like the greatest part of the day.
For Prost, slipping into the requisite attire for the ride to the arena is a simple task. But for his roommate, getting himself together presents a series of complications.
What kind of shirt should I wear? I don't know, man. You want to pick out your outfit? Blue? I don't know where my tie is. That's the thing. I need to know what tie I'm going to wear now.
I have some extra ties. Yeah, go blue, man. You missed a button.
Seriously, where is the guy? He's got my back.
All right, you ready to roll? You look good. How do I look? All right.
You look perfect.
Let's do it. It's usually what I get.
The team arrives at the arena a little before 5. Eager to return to the win column against the Blues, who have dominated opponents at home so far this season.
Everybody's going to be involved in this. So let's just make sure we are sharp that way. You keep the game simple, and we're just going to grind this out, okay? So let's be ready to go.
But New York starts slowly, and after a series of defensive errors result in several close calls, eventually a mistake costs them.
Here's Berglund who scores!
Jesus Christ, our fucking corner play is fucking ridiculous.
With the quick jolt to their confidence, the Rangers are off their game. And a few moments later comes another blow.
Oh, deflection in the slot!
At intermission, the 2-goal deficit is almost incidental, with all the miscues plainly visible on the ice. And the players know that will be their coach's focus in his locker room address.
I asked you to fucking defend. I've seen you fucking defend before, and you're gonna do it here. If that's how we're gonna battle, we're not gonna have a chance to win. Jesus Christ, how much time do we have to talk about it? If that's all the juice we have as far as competing against that team, we will get killed tonight. And we have 2 periods here. So I've asked you all to buy into how we have to play. If that's it, we're fucking done. Pack it up. And I know that this fucking team isn't that way. I've seen you. So we have 40 fucking minutes to go. Take each shift at a time and chip away. They are not that good in their end zone. And we know our club. That's the biggest fucking positive of our team is how hard we play. So fucking screw it on straight here. Screw it on and let's be ready to go each shift at a time, okay? So stiffen up here. Everybody, help one another. But I tell you, if you're not gonna be stiff, you're not gonna play. I'm warning you all. This is a contest here that's a good test for us where we are right now. Quarter of the season's done. Let's see what we are against a stiff hockey team. Let's be ready to go here now. Come on.
The directive does not fall on deaf ears, as the Rangers regain a measure of control, and then, with less than 4 minutes to go in the period, finally find the net.
Now 4-on-2, Gonzalo scores! That's what we needed! That's what we fucking needed here! Come on!
But the Blues offer few additional openings, and then, as the third period starts, an unlucky bounce of the puck leaves the Rangers dumbfounded. With 3 minutes to go, Tortorella makes a final bid for offense by pulling his goalie. Instead, the move gives the Blues their final score of the night.
They're a hard team. It's in the trench. It's about battles. It was a test for us, and they beat us at that game tonight.
Another game awaits in Phoenix Saturday night. But for now, the silent sting of being outplayed and outworked reverberates. A little less than 1,000 miles northeast, the Flyers spend their Thursday night at Montreal's Bell Centre, battling the Canadiens. In the visitors' locker room and the Flyers' pre-game meeting, Coach Laviolette reminds his team of the target on their backs.
As we sit here with the cameras from what's going on around here, I couldn't wait for your team to get to us last year. As you start to have success here, teams are going to want to take you down. But if we compete and we're skate, we're in the game, and that's when we can kick the shit out of this team. Make sure from the start we're ready to play.
Guys, no turnovers, huh? Last time we played here, so many turnovers. Yeah. We lost the game. Hard plays. They're doing pretty good in neutral zone. Yeah, shoot the puck, boys, and go get it. Let's go. There you go. Here we go. Come on, boys. Come on, back stay, come on, back stay.
It's the Flyers and the Montreal Canadiens as the two teams meet for the third time this season.
Boy. We got time, Yeah, good job. Shoot it now.
Check around behind his pass, the shot, they score! Max Talbot! Woo! What a boy! Max!
12 minutes into the first period, Quebec native Max Talbot registers the first score of the night. The rest of the period goes scoreless, but in the second, a seesaw match begins to unfold.
Desharnais in front! Shot score!
Who's up? Go, go, go. Who we got here?
And the Flyers get the lead right back. Subban a shot right in front, they score!
We're sitting back. We got 12 shots on net. I got Simmer here.
Yeah!
Good right, Simmer!
Wayne Simmons staying with it in the slot, and he has goals in 4 consecutive games. The Flyers back on top. Nice speed! It's a trip!
With the Flyers back on top with 2 minutes left in the period, Jaromir Jagr doesn't get the call when he goes down, closing in on goal. But then, just seconds later, rookie Sean Couturier is whistled for slashing.
Are you kidding me? I agree with you on the slash.
Yeah, what's up?
But isn't that a trip on Yogs?
No, he just tried to jump over him. He tried to jump over him.
He tried to poke him, but he tripped him.
On the bench, an enraged Laviolette demands an explanation for the non-call on the Jagr play.
You tell me what he did.
Okay, the guy is going down. Your guy is cutting.
Yep.
Your guy initiated.
Did he get the puck? Did he get the puck? Because that guy's going to score a frickin' goal.
Hey, Pete, I got it. Okay, I see it. In my opinion, that's not a goal.
Well, why not?
Because the guy is down. Your guy initiated.
Instead, we're killing another frickin' penalty here.
I know we're in Montreal.
Let's go.
Side of that pass in front. Borowski slides across. It's behind him. Is it in the net? It is. They score.
That's a disgrace. That's a disgrace. What a joke. It's typical. Montreal typical.
Convinced the officials are playing to the home crowd, when the period ends, Laviolette has more for referee Frederic Lequier.
How come you didn't call that penalty right there? You didn't even see it. Then put your arm up and call it. Enough is enough. How the fuck is that not a penalty? Hey?
Max is fun. Are you fucking kidding me?
What a disgrace. Typical Montreal. 20 minutes of hockey left. It has not been our best to this point, and we are better than what we have. What I'm asking is, don't just play the game to let it go by. Play the game to make a difference. Every shift out there, Hartsey, make a difference. Every shift reader, make a difference. Every guy in here, go out there. Don't let this settle in as a 3-3 game and see what happens. Go take charge of it right now. But there's 2 points left. Let's get them here. Let's fight for them. Let's go.
Come on, I fucking hit him.
Adversity can have a variety of effects on a hockey team. It can stifle performance, but with the right group, there can be a converse impact as well.
Come on, boys. Come on, everybody here. Oh, everybody.
Like the one that comes 8 minutes into the third, off the stick of defenseman Andre Mazaros.
Jagr to the slot, deals to Mazaros, big flat, score!
Fucking right, boy. That's it.
Mazaros' goal proves to be the game winner, securing the team's 7th victory in a row, their longest win streak in almost a decade.
Good job, guys. Woo!
The universe. We got nothing to worry.
Still, on this night, the victory is overshadowed by an announcement to the media while the players were on the ice. After visits with a series of specialists, the Flyers have revealed there's been a grim consensus on team captain Chris Pronger's diagnosis: severe post-concussion syndrome, ending any possibility of a return to the ice during the regular season and playoffs.
Peter, is this what coaches call a hollow victory? You win a game, but you find out that you've lost your best defenseman for the rest of the year?
With regard to Chris, you know, certainly the news is not what we wanted, and it's hard to replace a guy like that. You can't.
Does the fact that he's gone for the rest of the year and the playoff force the players to a certain degree to just get right back at work here?
We're moving forward right now, and I think the hard part at the end of the day to swallow is that, you know, he's been shut down for an extended period of time. Where there was hope, you know, right now there's none. So, thanks, guys. Yep.
While the Flyers continue to win in spite of their rash of key injuries, still in St. Louis, the Rangers gather Friday morning for a practice before heading to Phoenix for their game there the following night, looking to find a way to shake off the slump that's seen them lose 4 of their last 6.
Tim, what the fuck you doing? Diagonal, cross ice, let's go.
From a coach's point of view, I always worry about, are we doing the details? We're gonna have some bumps in the road here, and so we always gotta think about our team concept and coming back to the details.
Swing deeper, get some ice.
A central part of a head coach's responsibility is to choose the collection of personnel he wants on the ice each night. And for the past 3 games, among the players John Tortorella has not included in his lineup is 31-year-old forward Sean Avery.
Do we only switch if there's not one-timer?
While Avery won't be returning to action tomorrow, the coach is anxious to get another member of his team back in action.
Which one's this one, the bump back? Scissors.
Veteran forward Mike Rupp, signed during the offseason, is nearing a return after a 22-game absence due to knee surgery last month.
Rupper is a pro. He has gone through it. You can see what he adds to our locker room as far as just the camaraderie and adding a little bit of experience. He's very reserved, but also understands what the game's about.
Should your legs be burning after that or no?
It's never fun to miss time, especially an extended time. And I don't always agree with, like, staying out of the lineup until you're 100%. You stay out until you can get by and do what you need to do without being a liability on the ice. You know I can contribute, and I'm just anxious to be able to do that.
Tomorrow night is a big game for us to answer. So fucking grab a hold of it here. Grab a hold of it and make sure we are ready to play with the right energy, but let's make sure we're ready to go.
The Rangers leave St. Louis with their eyes fixed on a turnaround in 24 hours against the Phoenix Coyotes. And just about the time their plane touches down in the desert, 2,500 miles away in Blauvelt, New York, one of the team's die-hard fans is sending Coach Tortorella a text message wishing him good luck.
This was me and Coach. It said, "To my best buddy, we'll always be friends."
10-year-old Liam Traynor suffers from cerebral palsy. 2 years ago, he got to meet the Rangers at a Garden of Dreams charity event, and he's remained in close contact with the coach ever since.
He wants to know about the hockey club. I try to give him as much information as I can. But a lot of it is just checking in on one another. To look at him and, you know, he hasn't been given a fair shake right from the get-go. But to see his attitude, how he handles himself, I'm glad that he's part of my life. I'm glad I'm part of his.
It really means the world to me, actually. It really does. How he watches out for me and how he protects my back.
When Liam underwent hip surgery, Tortorella became a constant source of support and encouragement.
The day I went to the hospital, he texted me and said good luck. And then during rehab, he called me 3 times a week, even when he was in Wisconsin and stuff.
You know, I've checked in on his rehab throughout the summer. There were certain situations where he was getting a little lazy, and his mom, his dad, and I kind of pushed him along a little bit.
A week ago, Liam received an early Christmas present from the Rangers. Tickets for him and his family to attend the Winter Classic in Philadelphia on January 2nd.
He couldn't even speak. He turned a different color, I know that, and but he said thank you probably 10 times. I had to tell him to stop saying thank you, and it made a family happy, and I'll look for him. We'll find him out there, and it'll be fantastic for him.
Friday morning at the Flyers practice facility just outside of Philadelphia, news of the loss of Chris Pronger still hangs in the air, with the team's architect as distressed as anyone.
It's difficult. We figured something was up with the way Chris had been feeling for probably a few weeks here now, and but to get that news was difficult to take. And I feel bad for Chris. I know he was really looking forward to the challenge of being our captain, and to get that news the other day for him was certainly devastating. I talked to him yesterday. He was having a tough day.
But as the hockey world has learned, every concussion is different. And downstairs, Claude Giroux says his recovery is progressing.
It's a flip of the coin about, do we exercise or do you just sit and rest another day? Yeah. Which it's like you're kind of damned if you do and damned if you don't. Right now you're feeling good. We want to keep you feeling good. That's the key. And I think what I'd like to do is that, err on the side of caution, obviously, keep another rest day. That if you're still feeling good, possibly test tomorrow. We have to make sure that this stays perfect.
Flavor of the month. What? Flavor of the month. Concussions. Yeah, I know. So everybody wants for Christmas this year, I guess. Hope I don't get one. Santa Claus.
Around noon, players take the ice for practice. Among them, Ilya Bryzgalov, who after a night off is looking to stay sharp in advance of tomorrow's visit from the red-hot Bruins.
Absolutely Rob von Riemsdyk, huh?
He began tending goal as a child, a quarter-century ago in the Soviet Union.
Hey, go to the goal.
Even now, at age 31, his relationship with the vocation can be complicated.
Yeah, I allow it. I allow it. Sometimes hate it. It depends. Like a few weeks ago, like they hit me, like they broke my chest protector, and during the practice, and like guys continue start hitting me in the same spot. Like why is why so like painful? Like man, I don't want to be goalie anymore. Can I sit in the office and accept some calls like, yeah, well, it's like 1-800. Let me transfer to a different department.
But if Bryzgalov has long been intimate with the mercurial emotions of life as a goaltender, he insists the defensemen in front of him have it even worse.
Okay, they fired the puck from a blue line, and Chief usually yelling like, block the shot, are the defenseman. Doesn't have a goalie gear, but they gotta block the shot. Who is more crazy, me or defenseman? Who is more weird?
Friday evening, most players stay in and relax, with a big game scheduled for the following night.
1 large cheese pizza, 1 large pepperoni and cheese.
Though for Danny Briere, a divorced father of 3 boys, the evening offers only so much calm and quiet.
Oh, yes!
It's a goal! It's a goal!
He does, however, have some additional help around the house.
Wow, laundry. Mom's gonna be proud of me.
When Sean Couturier, the Flyers' 19-year-old first-round draft pick, made the team out of training camp, Briere invited him to live in his extra bedroom, the same quarters that Briere's previous tenant, Claude Giroux, occupied last season.
He just offered me, he had a room open upstairs. That's where Giroux stayed last year, so I thought it was great for me to, my first year, just to learn from him, and makes things easier, and my adaptation probably easier.
What about the time that I beat you? Yeah, did I beat you? Did I beat you? Yeah, once. You have a big head.
Sean is very quiet and very polite and respectful. He's actually closer in age with my boys than he is with me, so my boys love it. Honestly, it's working out great.
The Arizona desert would never be mistaken as a natural habitat for ice hockey, or for that matter, sleigh riding. But Saturday in Phoenix, the Rangers hope the faraway setting can turn their luck around. One auspicious sign, the return of Mike Rupp to the lineup, which should give John Tortorella's team an added physical presence. Meanwhile, back in New York, a late night in front of the television is in store for 10-year-old Liam Traynor.
Go Rangers!
Come on, man. Come on, man.
From the opening face-off, the Rangers look to set the aggressive tone that at their best is their trademark. And Mike Rupp is among those to immediately make an impact.
Easy, Rupper! Rupper! That's it! We got fucking nothing going here. Relax, boys. Want me to hit you late? Yeah. Do it. You know it, too. How about Ruppy Chow? Shorts. We know this is going to be a physical game between you two teams. All that I ask, Rupper, the guys that are going to play like that, wrestling, keep it between the whistles. I don't want any shit after the whistles, okay?
New York earns the game's first power play 8 minutes in, and then quickly capitalizes.
Delzato for Gabrick. He's in. He shoots and scores.
It's an evening where every errant stick seems to find an unprotected exposure. Every collision appears to sprawl bodies across the ice. And every player wants back in the game as soon as their shift ends, no matter the damage. And when with just a few minutes remaining in the period, Mike Rupp returns with a vengeance, the Coyotes' Rafi Torres determines he's seen enough.
Rafi! Just fucking bumped him. I didn't even lay into him. Rafi, that's a good hit.
37's getting an extra 2 for Ruffy. 4 and 2? 4 and 2, yeah.
But this Ranger power play doesn't turn out as planned.
Right from the start, man. Right from the start. Let's get her going.
Boom! Off a face-off win. Lori Korpikoski has tied the game.
The shorthanded goal leaves the game tied as the teams and the officials cool down at intermission.
No, Wes. There's nothing wrong with that fucking job. Nothing at all.
Great.
Nothing at all. Just the big man kept his arms down and everything.
He's a good hockey kid.
Good hockey.
Rafi fucking, if he goes in there, if we have a fight, you guys do a great job breaking it up.
Torres didn't see the hit. And he just sees him laying on the ice, so he's thinking he's just got fucking killed there, right?
It's going to be a good game. You know, they're both fucking playing physical. And just keep doing our job, boys.
The second period picks up where the first left off, though this round of action begins to take its toll on the Rangers. As a few minutes in, Ruslan Fedotenko stays down after getting tangled up in front of his team's bench.
Jimmy, how does he get
Stick's not up.
May see him spin around down.
The stick's not up. I got fuck all there. Okay. I'm sitting right on the wall beside it. Unless he gets hit on the way down to the ice, I got nothing on the hit itself.
On the ice and in the locker room, the blood is cleaned up. But when play resumes, the attrition progresses. This time on the Rangers' already depleted defensive line, as Steve Eminger is slammed into the boards and then forced to leave. And suddenly, the trainer's room in the visiting team's quarters is an alarmingly busy location. But they are there reluctantly, and as soon as the final stitch is sewn on his brow, Fedotenko anxiously heads to the bench to get back in the rotation before the period concludes. Eminger, however, is going nowhere, as the initial X-rays reveal a separated shoulder, rendering his night complete and likely putting him out of action for a period of months. Back on the ice, Phoenix earns a late power play and then goes to work in front of Marty Biron in net.
It trickles toward the net, still loose, and it's put in!
But just a minute into the third period, Marian Gaborik jumps on a Coyote blunder, tying the game with his second goal of the night and the 300th of his career.
We're going, whoa!
From there, the teams get steadily more desperate for the game winner. But the brutal stalemate persists, all the way to a frantic final few seconds.
Whoa, Biron way out to clear it out. He finds Dubinsky. Checked there by Yandel. 10 seconds to go. In regulation time, tied 2-2. Behind the net, Callahan. Try to put it in front of his block. And this one is going to overtime. Wow, the puck went in, no goal. It's waved off. You know what?
And they gotta take a look at this.
This may be in.
The officials confer with the league office in Toronto to review the play, while everyone watching tries to make their own call.
We got to make damn sure that the entire puck is over that line, though. Thanks, Murph. Goal. After video review, it has been determined that the puck crossed the goal line with 0.1 seconds left.
Get a good feeling, yeah. Oh, sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah.
Great fucking effort, boys. Way to bounce back after last game routine.
The team's honorary Broadway hat goes to Brad Richards for the game winner. While the good feelings are contagious all across the locker room. Not to mention outposts near and far of Ranger Nation. Saturday in Philadelphia. The Flyers look to continue their hot streak against the reigning Stanley Cup champion Boston Bruins, the team that eliminated them in the playoffs last season. For 29-year-old bachelor Scott Hartnell, the day is his last at home for nearly a week.
After the game, we're off for another week road trip here right before Christmas. Kind of sucks being away from home. Got a Christmas tree yesterday and didn't even have time to put it up because we're not going to be here this week. So we're off to Denver, Dallas, and then New York City. So 3 cool cities, but would like to be around home for the holidays.
As players loosen up for the game, there are encouraging signs down the hall for Claude Giroux.
You don't have a pulse. I'm 16.
Having passed a concussion test this morning, the Star Center has been instructed to try some light exercise for the first time in days.
How high did you get your heart rate up?
150.
Any problems with it?
No,
felt fine?
I feel pretty good, yeah.
Headaches?
Maybe a low one, but it's nothing major.
Good. Balance is fine?
Yeah.
No troubles with driving? No problems with the road?
No, not really, no.
That you're looking around and stuff?
No, it's good.
Texting?
It's fine, yeah.
Did that one touch your nose? Touch my finger?
Yeah.
Come on. Other hand? That body to do that?
Pending the doctor's final evaluation, Giroux could be allowed to travel and practice with the team on their upcoming 3-city road trip.
Yeah!
Today's matinee will be the last time the Flyers will play in front of their home crowd until the Winter Classic at Citizens Bank Park. The idea is to leave town on a winning note.
Underway. Flyers and Bruins playing for the first time since the season opener.
But just 27 seconds into the game, the Stanley Cup champs make the first strike of the day.
Right side now, Pepperle's to the man, going to the net, they score! And the Bruins grab the early lead.
Fuck! Guys, you got to be reloaded, make sure you're on the good side of it.
Back outside, got it toward the net, save, rebound, they score!
Let's go, huh? Let's get back in this game right now, hey? Let's get back in this game. Yogs, let's go. In the game. We need one to get in the game.
Come on, boys, let's fucking go.
A shot from the point, they score, and that went right through the legs of Brizgala.
Zdeno Chara's slap shot makes the score 3-0.
Wake up!
With the game still barely 8 minutes old.
Holy fuck, boys.
Come on, boys. Next shift's a big one here. Let's go. Do something right.
Hey, Max, you're gonna get a penalty.
I told you were gonna get one. I told you you're gonna get one.
You
did three things that shift. That's a bad call, Max. It's a bad call, but sometimes you accumulate things. I agree with you. That was a bad call.
Joe Corbo, top of the right turn with a drive, they score. Tipped by Milan Lucic in front.
Not good enough here. Not good enough.
When the first period deficit grows to 4-0, Scott Hartnell's frustration boils over.
Attaboy, Hart.
Fucking put my stick in your teeth.
Fuck! Fuck!
Then, with just 48 seconds until the first intermission, things find a way to grow worse.
Top him.
Puck hit him right in the ear, I think.
Sean Couturier, filling in on the team's first line for Claude Giroux, gets beamed by a puck off the stick of teammate Kimmo Timonen.
Fuck, he's out of there. Get it on your back of the helmet. Is that where it got you?
Yeah.
You said your hearing's off?
That's all. I can barely hear.
In what's become an all too familiar process, Couturier undergoes cognitive testing in the trainer's room.
6-4-3. Say them backwards.
3-4-6.
And how about 3-8-1-4?
3-8-1-4. 4-1-8-3.
Yep.
Later, the rookie will be sent to the hospital to be kept overnight for observation. Back on the ice, meanwhile, the game only continues to unravel for the Flyers.
Way too easy. Try it, Briz.
Brizgalov's night ends early as he's replaced by backup Sergei Bobrovsky.
You can fucking hit him from behind like that. You fucking hit him from behind. You know you did, Luch. You fucking know you did. You know you fucking did, Luch.
Let him go, bro.
Taylor Seguin with a shot, he scores. Beat Bobrovsky on the stick hand side.
It is the team's first loss in the month of December. Their winning streak is over at 7 games.
From the time the puck dropped until we get back here right now, we didn't do much right today. In saying that, let it burn a little bit. Keep it inside you, let it burn, and then take it with us on the road. Keep your heads up and stay positive, because for 10 games now, we've been doing the right things. It did not go our way today. Pretty simple. So leave it, but let it burn, take it into the next game, fix it, get it straight, and move on, all right?
They have no choice but to embrace it all. Results so strongly governed by swift changes to momentum. Fates so heavily determined by the ability to weather misfortune. Lives so deeply intertwined with what happens in a game. One team is heading away, with their success shadowed by looming troubles, as the other returns home, revitalized by an incidence of perfect timing. For both the Flyers and the Rangers, the truths of the game are demonstrating one of their signature attributes: the absolute impossibility of knowing what the next trip on the ice will bring.